Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another indie movie review. Today we're talking about Sint, or Saint. Really quick, before I get into anything else, I want to say a quick thank you to my creepy patron peeps. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. If you want to find out the perks of being a creepy patron peep, you can go to my Patreon page. The link will be in the description, as well as a clickable link at the end of the video. Sint, or the English title Saint, is a horror movie from the Netherlands, and it's a play on the tradition of Sinterklaas, which is celebrated on December 5th and 6th, or 5th or 6th. I don't know if it's and or. Basically, the spirit of Sinterklaas can come back and murder as many people as he wants every time there is a full moon on December 5th. So that is what is happening in this movie. That was not a great summary, but I think you get the gist, hopefully. Let's get into what I liked about this. One, I was super excited to see a horror movie from the Netherlands. I don't know that I may have seen one before, and I can't even think of what it is. So maybe I haven't, I don't know. But I like that it was like different from a country that I've not seen any horror films from before. I liked the cool like twisting of a tradition. I think that kind of is responsible for pretty much half of Christmas horror movies. It's either like a play on a Christmas tradition like Krampus or something like that, or it's like a psycho person dressed as Santa killing people. That's pretty much almost 50-50 of the Christmas horror movies. So, but I think I kind of like the twisting of traditions more, especially when it's from a foreign country, because, you know, a lot of countries celebrate Christmas differently. This definitely isn't a movie to take seriously, even though it is kind of like a twisting of a very real tradition. It's definitely playing a lot on some of the conventions and tropes of the slasher movies we're familiar with. So we have like the kind of slutty babysitter who gets off. Most of the teens are promiscuous or drinking, smoking, things like that. They're like they definitely play with the idea of slasher movie teens that we're familiar with. So it doesn't take itself too seriously. So if you watch this movie, you definitely shouldn't take it seriously either. As far as the performances go, the acting seemed like it was okay. And the only reason why I say it seemed like was because the only way I could find to watch this was dubbed, which is never my first choice ever for watching a foreign film or TV show or anything. I much prefer to read the subtitles. I like to be able to hear them speaking you know, the lines in the native language like they were written. Even though I can't understand them, you can still hear like the inflection that they're putting on their words. You can hear the tone of their voice, whether they're loud, whether it's soft. You know, you can tell stuff like that even though you can't understand what they're saying. The only things I didn't like about Saint, the CGI was kind of starting to look a little dated. Some parts were better than others. One part that did look good, which wasn't really CGI but might have been enhanced by CGI, was actually like Saint Nick. I feel like he had a lot of makeup effects done to the actor to make him look as cool as he did. Like I said, I think it was enhanced a little bit by CGI, but for the most part he looked good. But there was a lot of other stuff. He's supposed to be like, you know, running from rooftop to rooftop on a horse and stuff, so that's obviously CGI, and some of it was looking a little dated. A good portion of this movie follows the police investigation of what's happening around Amsterdam. So you're following the police, and our main character, Frank, is being investigated for the murders because he, again, I didn't really catch what was happening, but I think like he has like a job or something where he dresses up as Saint Nick. Like, most of the movie focuses on that, and I wish they had kind of focused more on the kills. There are a lot that were implied kills, like you see them get whisked off frame, obviously, by Saint Nick, but you don't actually get to see them get killed. Maybe you get to see the aftermath when somebody finds the body, but that's about it. Which I was kind of disappointed in, because the ones you did see looked cool, so I would have been fine with it just being like a gore fest of a movie and just seeing people get hacked up by his cool like staff or whatever every couple of minutes. So I wish they'd spent more time on that and less on the police investigation part. I also didn't really understand the ending of the movie with the legend, or like the mythology I should say, that they established in the movie. So, you know, they established that Saint Nick can only come back when there's a full moon on December 5th. So, and there's a character in the movie that kind of comes to the conclusion that if you burn St. Nicholas's boat, he has like a little ghost ship kind of thing that he arrives on. If you destroy that, he won't ever come back. But the end is definitely one of those open-ended kind of things, where you could have a sequel, I guess, if you wanted to, but it just didn't make sense with like the mythology to have it that, like, it was, I'm not gonna completely tell you what the ending looked like or anything, but they made it super obvious that okay, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. They made it super obvious that he wasn't dead at all. So I would have at least like, just make it a little more open-ended. That's all. Don't make it so obvious, because I know it's just like, okay, well, they were completely wrong and all of that was for nothing. Was Sint worth it? Yes. I definitely enjoyed it. It was an okay movie. It wasn't great, but I had a fun time watching it. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I'm hoping I'll be able to catch it maybe before the year is out. I'm hoping to find it maybe with subtitles instead, because I'd really like to give it another watch without the stupid English dubbed voices. It was awful. On IMDb it has a 5.6 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 50% critic score and a 28% audience score. Roger Ebert doesn't have a score for it. I found it on Amazon, which I will link below if you really want to check it out there. If I can find it subtitled somewhere else that looks kind of like safe and won't give your computer a virus or something, I will link it in the description as well for you if you want to watch it. Or if you know where there's a safe place, again, that won't give my computer a virus or something, to watch it with subtitles, please let me know in the comments. So if you've seen Sint, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. If you want to follow me on social media and be friends, you can follow me in all the places in the description box. You can also find me on my blog at nightmaremaven.com. Today on my blog is a revisit review, so I'm revisiting Silent Night, Deadly Night. Not that awful thing I watched last Monday. I'm revisiting that. You can check that out on my blog right now. You can also find me as a contributing writer at morbidlybeautiful.com, and you can find me on patreon.com/nightmaremaven if you want to go support the channel. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!